Okay, hey guys, so I want to make a video about Garfield, and this is about the Garfield movie. You have Garfield the movie, Garfield A Tale of Two Kitties, and the Garfield movie. Now, the Garfield movie has not come out, but I'm just going to give you a rundown on my thoughts of Garfield the movie, Garfield A Tale of Two Kitties, Garfield the movie, and the Garfield movie, and how Garfield the movie can relate to Garfield the movie and Garfield Tale of Two Kitties. So let's get started. Garfield the movie. Very, very nice movie addition to the Garfield series. You had all the original characters. The girl cat, the boy cat, which the girl cat was Garfield's girlfriend. The boy cat was named Normal. You had Garfield himself. You had Odie. And Odie in this movie was brought home by John because of John's current girlfriend and high school girlfriend and high school crush, Liz, who needed to find a home for Odie and asked John, and John, without hesitation, agreed to take Odie in and make Odie, be like his forever, and like let him, like let his John's house be Odie's forever home, his house be his forever home. And so it starts off like that, and Odie comes home and meets Garfield after the brief encounter of them meeting in John's car. And he comes home, and basically Garfield doesn't realize when he lets the dog out that, like with a dog and sometimes a cat, usually some dogs wouldn't run away, but most cats would, but some dogs would. Like cats, all cats would, but most dogs wouldn't, but some dogs would. He lets Odie out in the middle of the night when Garfield got in trouble himself and got put outside, and Garfield lets himself back in, kicks Odie out of the house, and then Odie gets picked up by a evil news anchor, and that's when somebody finds him on the street, and this evil news anchor says, "Oh, Odie's mine," when that's not true, and basically Garfield has to go rescue him. And he's the owner of the kitty kibble in the Garfield movie. That is Garfield's favorite kitty kibble, and he also likes lasagna because lasagna is Garfield's favorite food, and Garfield loves spaghetti and meatballs. So that is a rundown of the Garfield movie. I'd give this an 8.8 popcorn out of 8.8 popcorns, and I would give this a 16.16 popcorns out of 16.16 popcorns for Garfield A Tale of Two Kitties, because Garfield A Tale of Two Kitties was absolutely one of my two favorites, where you had two different Garfields and he had a long-lost brother, and he finally gets to meet him, and, you know, they switch places. I love this kind of, like, Garfield Parent Trap. That was a good movie, the way they did that with cats, but they did it Garfield style. And, you know, Odie was still involved with the whole plot, and I just liked the way they did it. And they had barnyard animals, like chickens, ducks, bunnies, rabbits, all sorts of animals, like cows, pigs, llamas, roosters, ducks, geese, hens. It was pretty cool. I think they even had a horse along with the cow in this. It was pretty cool, but I liked this one. Now, these two movies, this is 8.8, 16.16, now the Garfield movie. I'm hoping this is like a 30.30, and it adds up to these, of what these two, my scores are combined for this, because we're getting an animated version finally that's CGI, like the Garfield show, but it's gonna kind of hopefully be similar to these movies. And the reason I say that is because you have John and Garfield, and Garfield and John met when Garfield was a kitten, so you get a backstory. And now John's home is Garfield's home, and he's living the dream. And, you know, that's Garfield in the chair, like from the original Garfield movie. You have Garfield and Odie. Odie lives with Garfield and John. He is Garfield's unpaid intern. Garfield loves a midnight snack, and I bet that midnight snack would be lasagna. Roland and Nolan are scary henchmen. Now, I guess that's Roland and that's Nolan, or that's Roland and that's Nolan, but I'm guessing that's Roland and that's Nolan. This could be Roland and that could be Nolan. And then Garfield and Odie. Here's the fridge. And Roland and Nolan are scary henchmen. They work for Jinx. Jinx is a bad kitty. And Jinx is her, and is Garfield's mother. And she's mad at Garfield's dad, Vic. And that would be how they know each other. I'm just, you know, I'm gonna say that this is his mom, because obviously from the trailer we know that's his dad. And I'm just gonna say that's Garfield's mom. So he has an evil mom, okay. That's cool. I mean, I'm kind of down for that. And I'll still love this character, because it's Garfield's mom. Just like I'm gonna love Garfield's dad. And then Garfield must help Vic pay Jinx back with lots of milk. He is not happy about it. So Garfield is not happy about it. And Vic is not happy about it. But I don't think Odie's very happy about it either. But Garfield, Odie, and Vic. But you know, that is what it is. But Garfield, Odie, and Vic take a train to a farm where they plan to swipe milk for Jinx. And this was the scene from the trailer where you meet his dad. So I'm going to zoom in right there. You can get a close-up. Lactose Farms is big and modern. It has lots of security. So this is the evil dog cow robot, and here's a bull. So they meet a bull. Otto used to live at Lactose Farms. He agrees to help the group get the milk. So there is that. So you can take another look at that if you want. Get another friend we're gonna meet. And Jinx is also a friend we're gonna meet. Just like Vic is a friend we're gonna meet. And Roland and Nolan are friends we're gonna meet. We got lots of new friends we're gonna meet in this Garfield movie. But I'm excited for it. Even this little scrungy dude, this cow dog, evil cow dog, we're gonna meet him. So yeah. Then you got Garfield and Odie and Vic sneak into a farm building. They find giant blocks of cheese. So there's Garfield with the cheese. You can see his handprint behind there. And that is next page. And then Marge Malone is a security guard at Lactose Farms. She does not want them to take any milk. So Marge Malone is another friend we're gonna meet. These two milkmen are another two friends we're gonna meet along the journey. But Vic makes it out with a truck full of milk for Jinx. So there is that. So Vic driving the milk truck. That's another friend we're gonna meet, the vehicle. And we're gonna get to see Vic drive the milk truck. And he'll probably have to save Garfield and Odie with help from John. And then this is John, Garfield, and Odie. And Garfield is all smiling and happy that he's back with John. John's happy and got a big grin on his face, hugging Garfield and Odie is licking John. And that is the picture. Back at home, Garfield and Odie are reunited with Jinx. Vic and John. And Vic goes to live at John's house too. But Vic and Garfield just go visit Jinx. And Vic goes to live at John's house too. Garfield's family is surely complete. So, back at home, Garfield and Odie are reunited with John. And then Vic goes to live at John's house too. Now Garfield's family is surely complete. As he met his dad and his mom. And let's go through these pictures again of his parents. Okay, so there we go. And this is the back of the book. Garfield has a perfect life. Garfield's life is perfect. He has a cozy house, a loving family, all the pizza, pasta, and lasagna a cat could ask for, but everything changes one night when he and Odie are pet-napped. Their journey home leads Garfield to wonder, is he truly living a perfect life? Is his life truly perfect? Or has something or someone been missing? The Garfield movie, the junior novelization, retells key moments from the humorous and heartwarming film and features a 12-page insert, full color insert. There are 12 pictures. I counted them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Actually, 16 pictures. Now, that might mean that there's the 8-page insert, but there are actually 16 pictures. So, yeah. And there's Garfield and Odie on the back. Garfield movie. The Garfield movie. Garfield, the movie. The Garfield movie. 2024. The junior novelization. And there is Garfield on the front cover. And there is the little Garfield stripes, and there's that. And if you want to see the very first page right here, there it is. Another picture of Garfield and Odie, and that's how the chapters are laid out. Little thing of the book. Alright, so that's the book. Now, how I think it's going to relate to the movie. I think because how it's going to relate to the original movies. I think because they're going to get pet-napped. I think in some way, you know, Garfield is going to find himself like he did on the original journey and realize Odie is very special to him, and whatever. But this time it'll be different because he gets pet-nabbed along with Odie, so it'll kind of be like when he traded places with his long-lost brother, and basically, not only will we see the journey it takes him on, but we will also see that Garfield also is probably going to have to be the leader and probably get him out of the situation too a little bit. Even if Vic and John rescued Garfield and Odie, Garfield is probably going to have to do most of the rescuing. Even if they only do a little bit. He's going to get him out of the situation like he did in the first movie. And the whole thing about Vic and Garfield, maybe they'll switch places for a little bit for part of the movie. That is my thoughts, and that is just something I wanted to share before the new movie comes out. My thoughts and opinions, and I'm a huge Garfield fan, so I'm excited for it.